and a very warm welcome to day one of the November Virtual India Sourcing Show. This is the world's first and the world's only monthly sourcing show where we interview suppliers from India in live webinars. I'm Meghla Bhardwaj in Singapore, and I'm joined by Margaret and Kevin in Australia. How's it going, Marg and Kevin?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, really good, thanks. Yep. Ready to go for an exciting show.
Absolutely. And today's or this month's VISS is sponsored by OFX, which is a global money transfer specialist that helps streamline your marketplace payments. And we've got JC from OFX waiting backstage. He's going to be talking about the benefits of using OFX. And OFX also have a very, very special offer for all VISS attendees. That is a time-bound offer. Wait for that. You have to sign up for OFX before December 11th in order to avail of that special offer. We'll give you more details about that. But it is Thanksgiving, right, Margaret and Kevin?
It definitely is. Well, I'm imagining everyone in America is busy stuffing themselves with turkey at the moment and all their pumpkin pie and everything else. So we might not have too many Americans watching at the moment, or they might be a bit blurry-eyed by now. It's like, what? About 7 o'clock at night or something, I think, in California.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. What are you guys thankful about?
Well, we're thankful for COVID is finally starting to leave our shores, and so we are probably better off than a lot of people at the moment, because we've recently been told we can not wear the masks anymore, and we've had so many days in Victoria where it looks like it's going to go away. It's a 90% chance it's going to go away for sure. So hopefully, yeah. So we've got to be thankful that we can go outside and play in the sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are thankful for Amazon, right? I mean, despite all of the shortcomings and despite all of the challenges, and I mean, we are thankful. We are here because of Amazon.
Well, we wouldn't be here, would we? Talking today, we wouldn't have met you if it wasn't for Amazon, Meghla. So and we wouldn't have met all these fantastic people that are watching it. So so no, it's good.
And Amazon has kept us busy with all the things that we've done with the India sourcing trip, the Sourcing from India Facebook page, and the Visual India Sourcing show.
Absolutely.
You and Amazon have kept us very busy, Meghla.
Right. So let's see who's joined us. We have Mano. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. This is Mano from India. Where's the turkey now? We'll have to ask some of our American friends. Bibi Khan has joined us. Good morning, Bibi. How are you?
Hi, Bibi.
So up in the air for one and only Meghla. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. Who are you, Facebook user? What you need to do is go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard access to your profile so that we can see who you are. And who else is here? Jackie, we still have to wear masks in supermarkets. Yeah.
Jackie, I don't have to go to supermarkets. That's Mark's job.
So guys, type in the comments and tell us where you're joining us from. And I also see that somebody, Prabhu Ram, has I think by mistake, clicked an angry emoji. Prabhu, why are you angry with us? Give us a heart emoji. Give us a like or a heart or a share, not an angry emoji.
Give us a love.
Exactly. Show us the love. Well, Kevin, what do we have today?
We've got we've got a very exciting setup today. We've got a payment solution provider, which you've already mentioned. We've got an eco-friendly dinnerware made from areca leaves, and they've got a very, very interesting backstory about the villages and the community, and great story. And then we've got a tin toy collectibles. Now, this is going to be great. There's a really good story and a lot of nostalgia in this one, but they're not toys, they are collectibles, but hey, it's going to be a good one. And then we've got some genuine leather bags and backpacks.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get started with our first speaker. I'm going to invite Jay from OFX. Hello, Jay. How are you?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're joining from. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, loud
Yeah,
and clear.
fine.
I'm going to move you up there so that you're
There
with
you
the
go.
OFX logo.
Represented properly, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Megla. Yeah, and
Looking
also a
good,
happy
Joe.
belated, yes, and a happy belated birthday to you, Megla, as well, and also happy Thanksgiving to all
Yeah,
the
happy
viewers
Thanksgiving.
that
Yeah,
are dialing in.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'll do today, I'll start by sharing my screen if that's okay, and then that way I'll introduce both OFX, myself, and we'll just talk about how OFX can benefit your community and or anyone that might be interested. Okay.
Yeah, before you do
So,
that, so get your screen started. And in the meantime, I'm
oh,
just going to tell people about this offer that we have from OFX. And Jay, thank you so much for giving this exclusive offer to VISS attendees. And, this is the power of community. We can collectively as a group negotiate for better offers from service providers like OFX. So if you sign up for OFX before December 11th using this URL, so ofx.com/VISS, VISS is in all caps, you are eligible for a preferential exchange rate that will allow you to save up to 10% on foreign exchange margins. And Jay is going to give more details about this, but I just want to, mention this and thank OFX for this special offer for all of us. Okay, Jay, so I'm going to share your screen and let's get started.
please, thank you. All right, so thank you, Megla, Margaret, and Kevin. So without further ado, I'm just going to cover quickly about how OFX can help. So what OFX we are doing, we're hoping to obviously streamline your marketplace payment, and marketplace can refer to any marketplace that's online, so whether it be Rakuten, Amazon, Walmart, etc. Okay, so first things first, just let to go to my screen. Okay, so today's agenda on my side, I'm going to talk about who OFX are, where we are. I'm going to give myself a bit of an introduction, and also just how OFX can help you. We'll do a quick comparison, and I'll also talk about the global currency account, which I will refer to as the GCA, much easier to refer to as 3 letters. And then we'll round off with a bit of Q&A at the end of my segment. Okay. So who are OFX? Well, firstly, OFX, we're a global money transfer specialist founded 22 years ago in Sydney. There was a strong Australian heritage with this, and I can happily share that it was founded in the back of a garage by 2 surfers in Sydney on the northern beaches, okay? Regulation-wise, we are regulated by these bodies. So ASIC in Australia, the Monetary Authority in Singapore, FCA in the UK, and in the US alone, we've got more than 50 regulatory bodies actually. And we're also in Canada, Hong Kong, and New Zealand. And that rounds out our 7 countries where we have a physical office globally. Our parent entity in Australia is ASX listed. So that was as of 7 years ago in 2013. And headcount-wise, we've got more than 400 employees spread out across the 7 global offices. In Singapore, that is our newest office. We're quite a small team there, but nevertheless, we have that local support, which we definitely want to offer, not just those in Singapore, but maybe those on a regional level as well. And obviously, something that we are very proud of, we have 24/7 global support. And the way that the 24/7 global support works is on a follow-the-sun model, where the major offices cover the major time zones. So if you need help, say 7 a.m. Singapore time, you'll talk to someone in Sydney. But if it's say later at night, about 10 p.m. Singapore time, you'll talk to someone in the UK. And this could be applicable if you're in Australia at 10 p.m. and you'll probably route through to someone in the UK office. And just to round out this slide, our offerings are threefold. So firstly, there's consumers that we help. There are corporates. And obviously, there's the online sellers, which I assume will be most of your audience. And we have the global currency account, which I will discuss in greater detail later on. So a bit about me. So I am the Alliance and Partnerships Manager in the Singapore office. And I'm UK born. I've lived in New Zealand, Hong Kong, and Australia before settling in Singapore 7 years ago. Incidentally, the same time that OFX was listed. I studied a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in economics in UNSW, or University of New South Wales, in Sydney, about 2 decades ago. I joined OFX 2 years ago, and I oversee consumer partnerships in the Singapore market, but I also help to onboard corporate clients, such as online sellers. And in addition, to round off this slide, I've also established key partnerships across various industries. So this can range from e-commerce to educational organizations where kids are going overseas for further study, corporate secretarial firms, and even overseas property. Okay, so moving quickly on, we'd like to discuss how OFX can help your online business, and not just online, but even offline as well, okay? Just a quick comparison, and obviously the banks are a good place to start. I've chosen Australian banks as a benchmark because I understand most of your audience is Australian, but here we go nevertheless. And we are using a $20,000 Australian dollar quantum as a point of comparison. Now versus Westpac, which gets you the least money for 20,000 Australian dollars, you're looking at a saving, or sorry, not saving, $574 more versus using Westpac. Now, please note, these rates are as of 16th of November, and the quoted savings are not indicative of future savings as well, okay? Now, other ways that OFX can help, we can do it without transfer fees. So basically, the banks will typically charge either an admin fee or a cable fee. OFX absorbs both of those. In addition, I get commonly asked, are there setup fees? Are there maintenance fees? The answer is no. There are $0 for both, and there's no minimum balance that you need to maintain as well, okay? I mentioned earlier that there's 24/7 customer service. And I understand that being an India sourcing show, we are definitely able to pay Indian suppliers, not only in the local currency, which is Indian rupees, but also USD. And I understand that Indian suppliers can get a tax incentive by receiving US dollars as well. Major currencies such as the US dollar or euros or pounds or anything in that basket can also be paid out in one day, okay? And of course, paying your suppliers with our regulation, we make sure that the funds are safe and secure. And if it's sent to us early enough in the day, it can even possibly go out the same day as well. And something for Australian sellers, just a bit of good news, there is a 90-day holding period that was applicable to accounts, to GCA accounts, but there will be an update to our ASIC license as of January 2021, which is just under 2 months' time. And then this holding day period will be removed. And thank you, Megla, for mentioning this earlier. There is an exclusive offer for VISS members, so please do sign up at that ticker, at the link in the ticker below, and that is ofx.com/VISS, where you can get up to 10% off the current FX margins that are available, okay? So the OFX GCA, what is it and how does it work? Firstly, the GCA is basically an in-country currency account. We also call it a virtual account, allowing clients to accept the payments from third parties. So marketplaces, that's the best example here. And in currencies ranging from this list below. So Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, the euro, pound, Hong Kong dollars, Sing dollar, and USD. Per my understanding, the Japanese yen is on the way for a GCA. So how does it work? Firstly, Amazon, we'll take Amazon as the best example. Amazon will send your revenue to your global currency account, okay? And once it sends, let's just say it's USD, it will update. And this is just a screenshot of what a typical GCA will look like, okay? And once the funds are received, you can do with it as you please, and you can use your GCA in USD to pay suppliers and freight forwarders as one example. You can pay your own USD account in Australia if you have one. And of course, you can even convert back to your local Australian dollar account if you wish. One point that I haven't listed here is that you can also pay for sales tax if that's applicable. And there's one other thing at the bottom, which is this logo here, just underneath the laptop. There's also Xero integration that's available. And what that means is that the Xero platform can integrate seamlessly into the OFX platform, and you can invoice your suppliers, and then have that option to be paid via bank transfer into your GCA should the need arise. So just zooming in on the laptop screenshot that I had in the previous slide, this is what it typically looks like. And you can clearly see the euro on top and the balances there, and also the USD underneath, okay? And then the actions are on the right where you can collect the funds or you can pay the suppliers accordingly. So setting up a corporate OFX account and being an online seller, this is the most relevant to you. There are 4 steps involved. And during the steps, you need to go from left to right. Starting with step 1, you need to register for a business account at ofx.com/VISS. Enter your relevant details there, and then you can go straight to step 2. You'll get a call from the OFX dealer, and this will be according to the time zone. So if you're based in Australia, you'll get a call from our Australian head office, or if you're based in Asia, say Hong Kong or Singapore, the local dealer will contact you there. And if you're in Europe or UK, the London office will contact you. And obviously North America will be looked after by Canada and the US offices, okay? So that's step 2. Moving on to step 3, you also need to fill out like a corporate client agreement. And what this is basically a form that requires the directors and the shareholders to be identified because of our regulations with the relevant local bodies. And anyone holding more than 25% needs that identification, and not just to be identified by name, but also photo ID or any other sort of relevant information. Proof of address is another one. Okay, and if there's any additional users, we can also offer that as an added feature as well. And the last step, the compliance assessment, where if there's any requirement for additional information, this will be asked for at this stage. And then the last part, the approval, and then you're good to go. And then also another thing, during this part of the sign up, the dealer will also confirm with you that you have signed up through the ofx.com/VISS landing page, and they will be able to confirm with you that the preferential rates that are that were agreed will be applicable to your account. So how do you find out more? There are 3 ways. Firstly, you can go to the ofx.com/VISS website. Hopefully it's still showing in the ticker at the bottom. You can contact me. That's my email right there, j.c@ofx.com, or you can follow us on social media. We're available on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter as well, okay? And I guess this is the part where I would like to ask if there are any questions, and I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna stop my screen share so I can go back to the original chat screen.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thanks a lot for that. I do see some questions, and some people are saying that the link is not accessible. But I think what's happening is when you click on the link from the Facebook post, then it's not showing up. But if you go into your browser and type in ofx.com/VISS, it is showing up. And I've also pasted a longer link in the comments. So click on that to go to the landing page. I think because it's an alias or a redirect URL, Facebook is probably not showing it, or I don't know why. Okay, so let's take some questions.
I can see.
Let's see.
Oh, I can actually see one question from Francesca. Francesca? Yes.
Yeah. Francesca, can you pay suppliers in Italy?
Francesca, short answer is absolutely. Yes, we can. We can support euros. That is one of the major currencies we support. And typically the payment takes 1 to 2 working days, usually 1, I would say. But thank you for the question.
Okay. Definitely can use OFX to send euros. In fact, we can send. So Mark Tan, is he from OFX?
He is. Yeah, sorry. I'm not able to join. Mark is my colleague. So thank you, Mark, for addressing that answer. Yes, he's just basically backing up what I said. Yeah.
You can visit. Okay, thanks, Mark, for backing us up over there. Okay, hello, Jay. May I know if we can send, receive, and withdraw money in Cambodia, as PayPal doesn't allow to withdraw money in Cambodia? It really frustrates to run Shopify from Cambodia to sell globally.
Okay, I hope I got the name right. Is it Koam or Koam? Well, Koam, thank you for the question. Okay, money in Cambodia, per my understanding, in the local currency, I don't think OFX supports the Cambodian local currency. However, if you are sending, say, USD to Cambodia, that is okay. I can understand the frustration, and one of the limitations that we have currently is the lack of regulation in that country, and we don't have the local license to operate not just in Cambodia but some of the other ASEAN countries as well.
Okay, cool. Let me just see if there are any more questions.
Sure.
Actually, Jay, I'd just like to say I think that chart was very impressive with the difference between OFX and Westpac. All those people who are using a Australian bank will be all scurrying to OFX, I think. That's a huge
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, and that chart was done just about 10 days ago. So the information is recent and relevant. So yeah, I think that's a very good benchmark to show the potential savings that one can make, not just with Westpac, but also the other four banks
the other banks,
in that chart. Exactly. So you can see the savings. Yeah.
Right. And so, of course, most people here are sourcing from India. So, are there any concerns or anything that people need to be aware of when transferring money to India? I mean, are all currencies supported? Any concerns or issues that people need to be aware of?
I would say that one of the main concerns is actually getting the account details right. There are still clients that get this wrong. So one of my colleagues actually just reminded me, because he's done more of these webinars than I have. So he was saying that double, triple, even quadruple check the bank account details. Have more than one set of eyes. Just confirm that the bank details are up to date and accurate. While we can amend the account details, but this is just purely an amendment, and it's a request sent to the recipient bank. This will take more time, and in some cases it can take up to 2-3 weeks for the funds to get through if there is an error in the original bank account details. So that's one thing that we constantly remind clients about.
Yeah.
And Jay, once you've done it once, I always cut and paste that information rather than freewheel the numbers, because you can, when you freewheel, you can make one digit wrong, but if you cut and paste, you're always going to know that's the right info.
Absolutely. Glad you've raised that, Kevin. Actually, not only copy and pasting, but also one thing that one of my clients came across when copy and pasting was to actually remove even something like a comma. So say it's in the thousands. Yeah. Sometimes you're copy and pasting the comma. So please remove the comma, especially in the GCA itself. So the GCA doesn't accept commas, per my understanding.
Yeah.
So things like that. But that's a really good point. Yeah, and copying and pasting, it reduces the room for error as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jay, I mean, how long does a transfer take? Because I was using another, payment service provider a couple of weeks ago, and it was taking a really long time, and it was under review, and it took like almost a week, and then finally it got rejected for some reason. We really don't know why, but I mean, how long does it take? What's the process like?
Okay, so typically for major currencies, they will take 1 to 2 working days. So in the case today, even though it's Friday in Singapore for us, so if you book in a deal today, and if you send us the funds early enough, so I would recommend by, I don't know, noon or lunchtime, Singapore time, payment can be effected to the recipient same day. However, if you send it later in the day, say closer to end of office hours, so 5-6 p.m., I expect it to go through on Monday, assuming that it's not a public holiday our time. Okay, so that's for major currencies. For exotic currencies, and in this case, the Indian rupee is a perfect example. We recommend 3 working days, in some cases up to 5 working days. And this is just because of our need to go through a third party to get the funds to India. But when we work with very reputable names overseas, so for Indian rupee payouts, we go through the likes of Bank of America, or even Barclays for other currencies as well. And even with the US, we've got a partnership with BNY Mellon, so the Bank of New York Mellon, which is actually the oldest bank in America, apparently.
Okay. Well, we have a question from Tricia. Is there an intermediary bank fee when transferring USD outside the US? Example, transferring USD to India.
Okay, great question. Thank you, Tricia, for the question. So as far as I understand, there is no intermediary bank fee, because how OFX works is basically OFX we need to receive the funds locally, but actually let's do it from a GCA perspective. So once a client has a GCA, so that's your bank account where you've already got the USD in your account. And if the Indian recipient is also receiving USD, then there is no intermediary bank to begin with. So it just goes direct to the Indian side where there is no intermediary bank fee. Okay. Where there is foreign exchange, so moving away from the GCA part, so say you're transferring USD to Indian rupees, there should still be no intermediary bank fee, because what happens with this is that OFX still receives the money in our local USD account with Bank of New York Mellon, and then we pay out from an Indian rupee account to the recipient in India. But obviously, for tax incentive reasons, Indian suppliers are encouraged to receive in USD.
USD, right? Okay. There's one more question from Jeffrey. It's not displaying here, but I'm just going to read it out. So
Please.
He's asking, I checked OFX, but they don't support USD to USD. Maybe in the future?
Oh, okay. Now, thank you for the question, Jeffrey. Actually, for USD to USD, for this GCA offering that we have, we can, because the part of the GCA offering is so that you can make same currency transfers. And because you've got suppliers in India or freight forwarders who invoice you in USD, we make that option available so that you don't suffer any foreign exchange exposure. Okay, and then this is also a way that you can mitigate your FX risk. And what better way to do it than keeping everything in the same currency? If your cost base is USD and the other side's cost base is the same, then it makes life a lot easier for you.
Yeah. So Tricia is saying thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so Romiaz has a question. Are there any fees or other charges to transfer money from OFX to my Australian bank account?
Okay, thank you again, Romiaz, for the question. As far as I know, no, there are no questions, though it would be good to understand where Romiaz is based to be able to
Australia.
understand. Yeah. Oh, Australia.
I think,
yeah, there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that this is a USD to Australian dollar transfer. And yeah, as long as you've got a USD receiving account, so say it's a USD GCA, you can transfer the funds and bring your revenue back home and to your Australian bank account.
Okay. So someone is asking, is this strictly a payment service or can funds in your account gain any interest?
Okay, I'll answer this question like this. So thank you, Facebook user. I don't see a name that's identifying. So we are strictly a bank account to bank account transfer provider, point to point transfer provider, if you like. The funds in the account do not gain any interest. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, so the answer is no.
Yeah. And you're most welcome, Tricia. I hope that answers your question as well.
Awesome. So guys, if there are any more questions, type them in the comments now and we'll start wrapping up. Our next guest is waiting backstage. But definitely sign up for an OFX account. It doesn't cost anything to sign up for an account. It's absolutely free. It takes a few minutes. So go to this URL, ofx.com/VISS in all caps, and type it in your browser in case it's not opening up when you click it from the Facebook post. But definitely sign up, and we are getting a preferential exchange rate margin. Okay, Tricia, go ahead.
Can I just say too, I think this is going to really help a lot of people who are struggling to pay suppliers for samples. We get a lot of inquiries in the Facebook group. How can I pay, $100 or $200 to a supplier for a sample? OFX doesn't have a limit, do you, Jay? So do you want to just cover that again so people get that one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Margaret, for raising that. So yeah, OFX does not have a limit. We don't have a minimum or a maximum associated to transfers, and it's still a fee-free transfer. Okay. And I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to sidetrack slightly, and I've noticed that Francesca has chimed in with another question about funds going back to a US account. I hope this is a US dollar account, and that's no problem as well. There are no transfer fees available that are levied on a transfer going back to a USD account. Okay.
Okay, got it. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Lots of Facebook users thanking you.
Yes, you're most welcome. Yes.
Awesome. Well, Jay, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to just quickly display your email address over here as well, j.c@ofx.com. In case anyone has any questions, please do reach out to JC, and he will be able to help you. Well, thank you so much, Jay, for your time today.
Thank you very much. And don't forget to sign up for your 10%. Thank you.
Yes.
So I'd like to say that was a great presentation, and I think that'll explain a lot to a lot of people. Well
Thank
done.
you. We really want to help your clients
Excellent.
and your member and your network.
Members,
yes.
yeah, fantastic.
Yes. So Kelly's asking for opening the account through the link. Is it a one-time 10% off of every time? So it is an every time off. So it is, you lock in that preferential currency, and it is 10% off of the exchange rate margin.
Yep,
so it's the exchange rate margin that it's basically the profit that, or the margin that OFX takes. There's a 10% off on that. So they will take 10% less of their margin.
That's right. And,
it's not easy to understand. I was like struggling to understand it yesterday.
Absolutely. Yeah, this can all be addressed during the KYC call. If they're not sure of anything, please reach out to us, either whether it's myself or whether it's someone else from OFX. We'd be more than happy to share more information with you.
Yes, absolutely. And it definitely saves you some money. It's not going to be a huge amount, but over time it will add up. And as Amazon sellers, entrepreneurs, every penny counts, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Why not?
Absolutely. And we just want to help. This is a value add for you and your network, your community of online sellers. We just want to make sure that they benefit from it the most.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate you offering this. And we were talking about this yesterday. And initially we were thinking of capping the transfers or the discount only to transfers that are done until December 31st. But then you extended it and made it like forever. So it's kind of open ended.
Yeah,
so
I think that makes sense. As long as you sign up before December 11th, you're locked in. That's very, very key. Okay.
Very key. December 11th. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, JC. We'll see you around.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, JC.
All the best. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, cool. That was great. Brenda,
do you know what? That was one of the best sort of explanations of, because when you're talking about money and percentages and numbers, it ties everybody up in knots, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Very clear.
But Jay explained that so well, and the charts he had. I think that'll explain a lot to a lot of people, especially new people or new kids on the block. That's for sure.
Exactly. I think we should do a post about this in the group. Maybe Monday Musings, Mark. Because we do get a lot of questions about payments, right?
Yeah, it is one of those things.
Well, Brenda is asking, I have an LLC. What option should I use on business type? Brenda, why don't you get in touch with JC, or, JC, if you're listening, contact Brenda or go to the Facebook post and type in a reply to her comment over here. Okay, great. So let's move on to the first supplier. And this is, I think, one of the best suppliers that we've ever had. Right, Kevin? Yeah,
I think so. We've been thinking about this one for a long time. And because it's eco-friendly and because of the story, and we've seen the websites and we spoke to the people and we come back.
Let me invite Arindam first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So let me invite Arindam from Tamul Plates. Hello, Arindam. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello, Megla. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Margaret.
Hello, Arindam. Good to see you again. Excellent. Well, it's really nice to have. Go on, sorry, Megla. It's really nice to have you here today. And go on, Megla. Sorry.
I was just going to ask him where is he joining in from, and then over to you, Kevin.
Okay.
I'm joining from a small town called Borpeta. This is in northeast part of India, where we are based. I'm joining from there.
Awesome. Kevin, over to you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Megla. Yeah, no, we're all excited because of this, I'm sure. Look, we're so happy to bring you in today, Arindam, and we love your story and the community story. Regarding how you manufacture, how you gather, the people in the villages that you employ, and how it all comes together to help so many people. We love stories like that, and I think our audience do as well. And you know, we're talking, you know, eco-friendly, biodegradable, you know, plates, dinnerware made from areca leaves. So maybe you can explain where you're the rest yourself, Arinda, and tell us more.
Yes, thank you to VISS for giving us this opportunity for connecting with your online sellers community. Uh, to tell about Tamul Plates, it's a social enterprise based out of Assam, a part of Northeast India. It's a small town. We are based in Borpeta. The story behind Tamul is that it's a social enterprise which focuses. Our key focus is providing sustainable livelihoods to local communities across Northeast India. That's why we started this work, and we wanted to also produce, manufacture something which is also eco-friendly, because we follow the triple bottom line, where we are particular about not only our profits, but also the social impact and the environmental impact that we are having through this work. And currently, we are, through our work, supporting more than 5,000 rural women and youth through our enterprise. And it's good that if like from a small village in a remote corner of India, we are now exporting products across the globe, and that's what we wanted to prove to the world, that even productions at very small villages can be high quality and can be marketed across the globe, and which we also target a thing of value adding the product as much as possible at the village level, so that the communities get most of the what the consumer pays for the product. These biodegradable plates are made from a sheath which falls from the areca nut palm. This areca nut palm is abundant across Northeast. It has we have more than 100,000 hectares of areca nut plantations in Northeast India, and this sheath falls naturally. It can be used only when it falls naturally. We cannot use it by plucking it from the tree. The material is not yet ready if we pluck it. So when it naturally falls, it's a mature sheath, and then that is collected and then processed to make these plates and bowls. And currently we are also working on various other natural materials like bamboo, sal and siali leaves, paddy husk, various kinds of other natural materials available to bring out more tableware, green tableware for our consumers. Going into the product range, we have like dinner plates. This is an 11-inch round. Then we have 10-inch square, and then a 10-inch round. These are some of the dinner plates that we have. There are various sizes available depending on the customer's requirements. Then we have the snack plates, which again comes in various sizes and shapes. So in the snacks, we have also this partition one available, where you, along with the snacks, you can serve some side, we call chutneys in India, or sauces you can serve along with it. So those options are also available. Then we have the round and the square ones. There's an 8-inch round. then the next one, then the 18 square. Like to explain a little bit about one of these, like if we are the 7-inch round, we have in our catalog given the dimensions. The base diameter is the diameter of the base. That is the exact eating area or the food placing area available. The outer diameter is the diameter on the top. That's given. The height is the kind of the depth available in that plate. It's 23 mm in this case. Then a standard pack size for a 7-inch round plate is 25 pieces, and the weight of those 25 pieces is 625 grams. So that this information is there for each of these products in the catalog. Next, this 6-inch square, then 6-inch round. So this is the range for our quarters. Then we go into the trays and serveware for serving food. This is like a 7-inch boat, which is kind of used also for dips and sauces a lot in various markets. This is a kind of a rectangular tray. This used for serving rice, or you can serve chow. That kind of material is there. Then there's a 6-inch deep bowl. This can be also used for soups, sort of thing. Then going to our bowl section. So there is this square bowl. Then we have the round bowls. This 5-inch round, 4-inch round. Then we have this one specifically for dips and sauces. There's a small 3.5-inch square. Going into the cutlery and glasses, the spoons are there. But then we have the straws. These are bamboo straws. These are also reusable. Along with a pack of 10 pieces, we also give a cleaner so that this can be reused if one. And so that facility is also there in the straws. Then going into we have for forks and knives, we have this from a different material. This is birch wood, because in areca the strength is not enough for the cutting or the piercing. So we offer this birch wood forks and knives to our customers. This is there, these forks and knives. And then we have for the glasses, again, because in areca, if you make it from single piece, it becomes glasses, it becomes difficult. We have not yet been successful in glasses in areca, so we are offering the bagasse glasses to our customers. So this is there. Coming to the reason why Arecana is our brand, why you should choose areca products over other disposables. Firstly, these are completely natural. Nothing is used in the process. Only water and heat is used in the process of making these plates and bowls. Completely natural. And at the same time, it is very sturdy. There is no other disposables in the market which are as sturdy as areca. Very suitable for buffet kind of eating. You can have loads of food on these plates, and it can take this rent. Then, as I said, these are very hygienic, completely chemical free. There's nothing used, and there's zero health hazard involved. Then these are also, you can serve your hot food in it, liquid food in it. These are heat resistant. Many disposables that we use, when you serve hot food, the heat transfers to your hand and it becomes difficult to hold it and have it. So you use 2 or 3 plates to counter it. But in areca, that problem is not there at all. Then these are also completely technology friendly. You can use it in your microwave to heat the food and serve it. You can also use it in ovens. These are also refrigerator safe. So it is very suitable for the modern lifestyle. Uh, then, as I said, these are eco-friendly. No chemicals are used, and these are the only biodegradable disposables which are naturally compostable. All other disposables, whether bagasse or whether your cornstarch based, all those are compostable only in a composter. Because there are chemicals added in the process of making it, so they are not naturally. These can decompose naturally even in a landfill. Nothing in 60 days it will turn into soil in a landfill. So that's it. And plus, when you're sourcing areca from Tamul Plates, then also you have the added advantage of supporting rural livelihoods in Northeast India, because that's a model. That is why we are doing this activity. So in terms of our certifications that we presently have, we are a ISO 9001 certified company. Then on an annual basis, we do testing from SGS on various components, almost on all heavy metals, pesticides, aflatoxins, coliform, all these certifications testing we do from SGS. Then what is basically required for any plant material that is shipped is phytosanitary certificate and fumigation certificate, which we provide with every consignment that is done. And for us, we are also doing this additional social compliance certification. In that, actually, we are way ahead in the parameters. Our social impact is kind of recognized even by UN and other agencies through various awards. But still, because that's a requirement, we are going ahead. Then we are both on those social compliance and the fair trade, we are much ahead than the basic requirements. And we are also doing one certification LFGB test, that is called, where basically it's tested any like odor or anything gets transferred from the material to the food that this certification provides. Though we don't have this certificate, but this has been tested by various agencies on these areca plates, and it is compliant as per that test. We have been over the years, we have been covered over various media, including Huffington Post in the US, and Forbes, Business Standard, Entrepreneur, and in India. Seed Awards we won in 2013, and then we again won the Seed Special Recognition in 2015. So this is an award given by UN for startups which are environmentally and socially focused. So that's an award we got in 2013. So for any information, you can contact me on my number and my email ID. Those are there. To show some of the, I've got some of the plates out here. So like this is the square range. This is like a 6-inch square plate. This is the quarter plate. Then next quarter size, this is the 8-inch square. This is there. Then this is the 10-inch square. So these are like, you can see the squares. Then you have the rounds. This is a 6-inch round. Then this is an 8-inch round. This is a 10-inch round.
Can you show them from the side as well? Like the sides of...
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
okay. That's
So
pretty deep.
these are the sides. Like this is for the 10-inch one. This is for the 8-inch one. The rounds have more depth, but mostly what we have seen in the international market, it works. The squares are better, and they prefer less depth. This kind of depths that is preferred. And these are the spoons. The spoons, these have enough strength, as you can see. Pressing it. So these are there. The cutlery is birchwood, and this is the straws, the bamboo straws. And to show you a pack, this is how a pack looks like, a 25-piece pack. This is what is there. This is how it looks like when packed in 25 pieces. We also do 10 pieces packs. That is also done, and each pack has this activated clay you can see inside. This is a biodegradable version of a silica gel. So that keeps the moisture under control. And we can also do white labeling for our customers. That's also done. I think I'm open for questions now.
That was really good. Let's see if there are any questions. So Nandita is asking, do you also have to-go packaging boxes?
Yes, we have launched the to-go packaging boxes recently within India. So these are our boxes. This is the first variety we have already launched in India. This is the lid, and this is the box. This is there. So we currently are doing it in two sizes, 250 grams and 750 grams. But we are also coming up with another version of these boxes. The next round of the R&D has also happened in that. That will come in 250 and 500 ml version. And these ones you have to add like a rubber band or a tape for the lid to hold. But those like in a plastic box, like you press it and it clips and stays the lid. The second version is going to be in that. The R&D is already done, and I think in January it should go into production.
So that's a good product for Amazon that's not already there, right?
Yes.
Because there are lots
For
of
sure.
plates and other things. So, okay. So
Yes.
you heard it on VISS first, guys. This is an exclusive product.
Thanks for that, Arinden. It was great. Great presentation. Thank you.
Yeah. So how do you support in supplying samples abroad?
Yes, we can send the samples. We regularly send samples to potential customers. Only thing is, for the samples, we charge for the courier fees. That's it. Rest the samples we can provide free of cost.
What are the price ranges? Barry is asking.
So, like the price range, if you take a 10-inch square plate, this size, the dinner plate in the square one, which is most prevalent in US, Europe, or the Australian markets, a 10-inch square plate. This will cost, for a pack of 25 pieces, it would be around $4.50 for a pack of 25 pieces. This is FOB Calcutta port prices.
What would you be
So
the
that,
MOQ on that? Is that just $4.50 for 25? What if you bought, say, 500 or 1,000? Is it still the same, or is there a sliding scale?
this is the price range for LCL loads. Generally, for online sellers, Amazon, they take only LCL shipments. If you take a FCL kind of a full container load, a 20-foot container, so then that will reduce to $3.9 per pack. But in LCL, these are the prices we are offering. So similarly, if you take the quarters, like the 6-inch square, if you take the quarters, that is $2.6 for a pack of 25. Bowls would be around $1.7, $1.8. The cutlery, the spoon is around $1 for a pack of 25. That's the kind of the range that is there.
So Francesca is asking, is there an MOQ?
So the MOQ for LCL consignments is around 20,000 pieces mixed together, not one particular shape or size. It's mixed together, which will be around 4 to 5 pallets and around 5 or 6 CBM kind of material. For us to start off, we can even go lower than that. We can do around 10,000 pieces also, but in that the shipping cost increases a lot for the customer. So looking from our side and from both the customer side, I think around 20,000 pieces is good.
Yeah.
How much is that in approximately dollar value? Like 20,000 pieces. Of course, it depends on, approximately the range should be.
The range that would be around, it would be, you would say, it would be around $2,000 to $2,500, $2,000 altogether. That depends on what item that you take.
Okay. So guys, are there any more questions for Arindam? Kevin, what else do you want to ask Arindam?
Look, I just think this is really good for someone who's maybe commercial wise, may not sort of to sort of Amazon specifically, because obviously you've got to sort of put a bundle together of different items, I guess, to give the Amazon offering. The other thing,
yes,
with Arindam, like how in areca leaf, what else can you make in areca leaf?
We focus mostly on the tableware and the dinnerware part.
That's about
that
it.
is being done.
Yeah.
Yes, we are coming up with more shapes. Like we are also coming up with platters, much larger sizes, like a 12 by 22. That's a platter we are coming up with.
Okay.
And what you were talking about bundle in Amazon, yes, there are a couple of our sellers in Amazon. We also bundle, like they don't take individual products. They take a pack of like a 10-inch square, a fork and a knife together. So we can do those customized packaging also. Those will go in small separate cartons, and that can be directly shipped from the Amazon warehouse. So those kind of combo packs also we do, which sells well on Amazon.
Yeah, and I think it'd be handy. Like, I mean, if you've got a function and you've got 25 people coming for a barbecue, you've got a great sturdy plate, and I mean, $4.50. It's much better than just buying some paper plates that are not workable or polystyrene. I think it's a great reasonably priced alternative. I mean, they're not super expensive if you're doing some catering at home and you don't have to do the dishes. I mean, hey, it's a bit of a bonus.
Yeah, the other thing is, I mean, especially here, we're now starting to open up, so kids' parties, barbecues and that sort of stuff. And a lot of mums, when they have kids' parties, they want to no fuss. They just want to be able to drag everyone off the table, not to have to wash, 100 dishes from the kids or all the mess. It's handy just everything is a sort of throwaway. But if it's throwaway, then it's also biodegradable. It's not just adding to the pile of rubbish that we've already got. So that's a good thing about it. But anybody with an imagination, if restaurants, someone who sells party type products that already has those customers that sell into party type people, that's a good probably lead to have. And then it goes on. The list goes on. I could think of quite a few actually.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's not only Amazon.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, and especially the boxes. Like once you have the to-go boxes that
Yeah.
can have a closable lid, I think that's a huge opportunity as well. So there's restaurants and just so many
takeaway.
Okay, so Zara, takeaway. Yeah,
takeaway. Everything is takeaway in this country. I know, and I mean in America it'd be even more so. But there's a big potential. Big potential.
So Zara's asking, what's the lead time?
Yes, for the kind of loads that we were speaking of, like 10 to 20,000 pieces, the lead time is 15 to 20 days, depending on the composition. That is when we can ship it from a factory. So for it to reach the port and then be on the ship, it will take another 10 days. Another 3 days to the port from here, and then 1 week in the processing at the Calcutta port. So that is there. And in terms of usage, one point that I also had is what we have seen specifically in Europe and Australia. There's a lot of outdoors people do. Going for a couple of in an outdoor spot, beaches and also forests, where these plates are actually very good. You use it and you don't need to worry if you throw it out there, because throw it out there in somewhere proper location, it will decompose naturally. So that's a very big advantage for these plates in the outdoors.
For sure.
Okay, so Nandita is also asking, does your FOB price include all certification that you showed in your presentation?
Yes, it includes.
Okay.
It includes all the costs till it is put on the ship, from shipping onwards, and that's it.
Okay. So we also want to point out that you are based in Northeast India, and typically most exports from India go out from Mumbai, which is in the west. So, but if people buy from you, then they're going from the east, the port on the east of India, which is Kolkata.
Yes.
And that might take a bit longer to reach the US, right, than when it goes from Mumbai. So, I mean, this is just something that you need to be aware of. The location of their facility is further away from Mumbai port, where I think most people over here have been shipping from Mumbai port.
Yes,
how much longer does it take?
In that, we can also do Mumbai port. If we can also provide FOB Mumbai, like for a $4.50 I was speaking, that at Mumbai port would be around $5.2 FOB. But there is no difference in shipping cost. Not much difference in shipping cost from Mumbai or from Calcutta. It will take a week or 10 days more, because from Calcutta this will go to Colombo, and then from Colombo it will go to the destination. So that 1 week, it takes 2 to 3 days to reach Colombo, and then 3-4 days kind of transshipment time out there. So that's the extra time that is required. If we factor that in when we are ordering, I think FOB Calcutta is much better. Until the buyer is actually consolidating at Mumbai port various shipments together in a container, then I think.
Okay, cool. So, Kevin, anything else, or should we?
Yeah, one thing I'd sort of like to bring to the attention of people too, that I was looking through the website, and when everything is sustainable, that when they put the leaves to dry them out, they even use the waste leaves for the power. So there's no sort of power used either. It's all very sustainable.
Yes.
And when I was reading all the websites, it's it's really good to have. I mean, a sustainable business that is a sustainable business. It's really, and it's so hard to do everything sustainable. Without having to go back or revert back to the old sort of ways. So it's good on you. That's a really good thing you're doing. Fantastic.
Yeah, and that could be a really good selling point too for people in their brand story, that, you know, those points, because I think people now are really a lot more conscious of being really, really super eco-friendly. So I think if you can point those things out, it's going to, you know, help you sell above the other people. I mean, you know, you've got a better product, but you've also got something that is truly sustainable and not, you know, using sort of power and other things. So I think it's a great story to add to it.
And it's not a factory churning it out. You know, it's actually people that are, you know, it's made with love, from people that care, you know, and that's the good thing. It's not a factory. It's not a factory with a factory man making $1 million by just having a machine. It's people, and people get a share of the process, and it keeps the people, you know, as a livelihood, and that's a good thing, you know, that you see. It's not all about commercialism.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, guys, check out their website, tamul.co.in, to you know, see more videos. And I really liked how some of your, you know, employees were sharing their stories and how this has helped to educate their kids and sustain their livelihood. So that's really, Tracy's asking, what's the website? So it is tamul.co.in, right, Arindam? That's the website.
Yes,
right?
yes, that's the website. Yes.
So guys, definitely get in touch with Arindam, arindam.dasgupta@tamul.co.in. That's the email address. And of course, all of the catalogs have already been saved in our folder. So if you guys go to this URL, bit.ly/VISS/all or -all, you'll be able to find Arindam's catalog there as well. Okay, thank you so much, Arindam, for your time today. It was really nice.
Thank you, Arindam. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Wow, that was a great supplier and cool products and great story.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting, isn't it? I mean, now we want to go to Northeast India.
As well.
I know. As well, exactly.
just to have a look.
Yeah, you're going to be spending like a month in India when we're there now. You've got to go to Kerala and then Northeast India.
It's growing by the month. Yeah.
But Kevin, you were really insistent on getting Tamul Plates, right? So I mean,
well, I just love the fact that, you know, it's sustainable, it's eco-friendly, and as I said earlier on, it's not a factory just churning it out. It's people, you know, and people get a livelihood from it, and it's the company, you know, sort of cares about the people, and I mean, you know, the whole thing is about you know, social. The people that get together and they sort of make plates, and it's, you know, they're educating their kids, and it's a great story, isn't it? You know,
something. Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, we are waiting to go. Okay, so let's keep moving here, and we're going to invite our next supplier. And I think this supplier has like, I was like blown away when I saw their products. I was like literally blown away. So let's invite Paresh Chawla. Hello, Paresh. How are you?
Hi, Paresh.
Hello, Paresh.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning from India. So
yes,
I don't know what time is in Australia.
Good to see you.
Mid-afternoon here.
Okay, great. So speaking of that, you were having the environmental thing before this, and speaking of our toys, we also have the environmental toys, because these toys were made before the plastic was invented.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. It gets better.
So Margaret.
Right, now look, I'm just so excited about these. As soon as I found these products, I just thought, oh, we've got to do it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Now, I'll just point out to everyone, these aren't children's toys. They are collectibles. So don't think that these are toys you can sell on Amazon as a child's toy. That's not the idea. They are a collectible product, but they are just absolutely awesome. And I just would like Paresh to start showing all these videos, because it's so exciting. I could watch it forever. And the story is fantastic.
So Paresh, I'm going to share your company profile presentation first, and then the catalog, or then the video, and then the catalog.
Okay.
You can start talking about your company first.
Okay. So we have been participating in the Nuremberg Toy Fair since 1997. In 97, we didn't have tin toys. We had just gone there to see what to do. We were in toy business, and we were introduced to tin toys, and we just fell in love with it. For 2-3 years, we were doing trading, and after that, the people, the factory owners, they just wanted to stop making tin toys because they were so laborious, and they just didn't want to do it. The new generation was not coming in, and by that time, we had fallen in love with them. So we started our own factory. We started our own factory in 2000, and in 2003, we shifted to a full new factory just for tin toys. So we have been manufacturing for last 20 years. We started off, we have been doing mostly collectibles. They are replicas of the vintage toys made before the World War I or II, mostly started by Germany, and we have been replicating them since last 20 years. This year, or since last year, we have started developing toys for children also. So we have a small range which is CE, which has all the certification, but it's a very small range. It's like about 10 toys. Rest all are collectibles which we have made over last 20 years. We bought all the factories when those factories closed. We took over their workers. All the workers who have been working in those factories before 2000 for last 20 years. They are working with us. So all the workers were not laid off in the tin toy industry. They are still there in our factory. Today we have a 22,000 square feet factory just to make the tin toys, and we use the oldest of the techniques and the latest of the techniques to make them. If you will just be seeing our videos and our toys. I'll just is my video inside? Yeah, it is. So these are some of our range. You can see I'm at my home, so sorry for that. Yeah, you can see that the latest is the kiwi that we have developed for New Zealand buyer.
Yeah, Paresh is not very clear. I think the video is not very clear. Maybe
Okay.
what you can do is keep the computers on the table and then bring one toy close to the computer, and you can show it that way. I think it'll be clearer.
Sure.
And of course, we have your video as well. They're like really, yeah.
Yeah, like all our toys are with the mechanism, the old gears and everything, and so they are all moving.
Yeah, can you keep it higher? Put it a bit higher. Yeah.
That's a kiwi.
Yeah, that's a kiwi. It's the latest toy. We have not sold single piece as yet. It's a new development.
Excellent.
Aww.
Oh, isn't that huge? All the New Zealanders are after that.
We have.
Do you have a kangaroo?
Yeah, we do have a kangaroo. This is a musical carousel.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Right.
Wow.
So we have in another version of this, we have a mechanical, just without music.
Right.
That's right.
We have the oldest of the Russian dolls, which we developed in tin, and it's again mechanical. It moves.
Oh. And so is this one of those nesting dolls?
No, it's not a nesting doll. It's a mechanical doll with a winder mechanism. It moves around. It's a clown. We have a range. We have a range of automobiles, dance carnival, which includes the Joker and the carousels. We have the space things. We have space range. We have an animal range.
Aren't they cute?
It also moves on the floor, on the surface.
Wow.
So they are all different actions. It's a walking pig.
Oh, isn't that?
I mean, they come alive when we just wind them up.
And so all these are made from tin.
They're all made of tin, all metal. We use a minimalistic of plastics.
And all by hand press, right? All made by hand?
No, the tooling is required to form them. It's printed on the offset press, but they are all assembled. The main cost, the main part of this is assembling and the mechanism, which is all done by hand.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay, so these are the countries that you already export to. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, we are exporting to USA, Chile. Europe is our biggest market. Germany, where the tin toys started, this has the people with the most emotional value for tin toys because they invented tin toys, kind of, and it's the biggest buyer for us. Apart from there, we have been selling to Australia, we have been selling to New Zealand, we have been selling to Japan, UK, South Africa. We even exported some shipments to China, but somehow it stopped later on. Yeah.
So what types of buyers really buy these products?
Mostly they are wholesalers. Some have online stores, like in USA, our buyer has a big online store, his own. But mostly they are wholesalers who are selling to the gift shops, the vintage shops, the museums. They are the buyers. That category of buyers we have. Now, but some are the latest development in the last 2 years has been that people doing interiors, furniture, they are getting into it in a big way because these are decorative and they just sell it with their range of interior things and all and gift items.
Right. So, do you want to talk about this types of mechanisms used?
Yeah, we have about 150 products with about 60 to 70 different kind of mechanisms which are totally hand assembled. They are wind up, they are friction, they are pull back, they are you name it and we have it. We are the only factory making tin toys in India. There's no one else, and there are about 15 factories in the world. Why is it? Because it's so laborious, nobody wants to do it. It's just that we have passion for it, we are in love with it, we are still doing it, and we will continue doing it. You can see the monk, like some of the items are developed especially for our buyers who give their own design and or who ask us to develop for them. We do that. This monk was done for the Indian state Madhya Pradesh because of a known place in Madhya Pradesh which had Buddha. So they wanted to develop something about Buddha. Then they have the wildlife sanctuary Kana Wildlife Sanctuary. So they made us develop a tiger for that. So just to say that we do develop, we have all the 3D softwares, we have the 3D milling machines, the wire cut machines, the latest technology. We are designing all the toys in 3D and doing all the tooling in-house. Everything is in-house. We don't, except for the printing of the sheet, everything is in-house. Only the printing goes out because that's something very specialized. And we are, even in the collectibles, which are not for children, each and every product is certified except for the sharp edges, because tin toys, it's an inherent property that they will have some sharp edges. And because of the sharp edges, we can't call them toys. They are actually the toys from yesteryears, the replica of the toys, vintage toys. Everything else, the chemical part, the lead part, and everything else is certified. We have certification for everything. They are totally safe in that way, but for the sharp edges. So that is why we started making a new range of toys for children, keeping in mind the shape of the toy so that we can avoid the sharp edges, and using a bit of plastic to hide the sharp edges. We hope to make that range a big range, and so that we can sell in toy shops also, and the new generation can also know what are tin toys.
Fantastic.
So let me open up the video that you had sent. I think that is very interesting. So
yeah,
Mark, do you have any questions in the meantime while I open up the video?
Oh, look, I just think they're just gorgeous. I love that merry-go-round. I just think it's beautiful. I can just see every little girl having one sort of up on their dressing table in their bedroom or something. They're things of the past that are probably, nowadays the kids' toys are all plastic and throw away, whereas, you could have that for years. And Kev's got my top there hiding that I've had since I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see that. Let's see that.
I'll show you this. I better hadn't tell you how old it is.
You found it.
Well, I think it might even be my sister's as well.
Yeah.
And it actually, when you spin it, all those inside changes colour, and it's a bit hard to see on here.
It's like a Christmas tree inside.
Hold it up higher and in the middle, in the center, in the front of the camera, Kev.
Yeah, and then turn it around a bit. Yeah.
You see how it's got like a Christmas tree effect?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
That's got to be.
That's a nice piece. There's a nice piece in your collection.
Yeah, well, it's got to be 60 years old plus.
Well, I think it's been in the family. I'm not even sure how old, because I know it was my sister's before me, but where it came from before that, I don't know. But it still works like a charm. And I mean, I think today, the children of today don't get those sort of toys to have and keep and cherish and pass down in the family. Where these, what you're showing is something like that. That's really great. Okay, you've got that. Off you go, Megla, with this fantastic video. I love it. Yeah.
Let's just take a look at the video. Oops. Where did it go?
We lost the video. No. The tortoise was too fast for you.
It was. Okay.
There you go. You're still there.
So, Paresham, you can talk over the video and tell people what's going on.
So this is a video which was made about 5 years ago with the range at that time, which also shows you how they are produced. You can see each piece is stamped and then formed and then pierced. I mean, it goes through about 50 stations before being assembled. So that is, you can see the hand presses, you can see the hand assembly, all the workers sitting, and we had to make so many changes. All the workers, they were accustomed to sitting on the floor and doing it. That's a star toy, a singing bird. That's a pop-up boat. We have banks, we have automobiles, we have posters, animals, carnival. Yeah, that's about it.
Aren't they great to if you had a certain room you could decorate, or even a commercial premises you wanted to sort of decorate in a certain theme? Aren't they sort of cute stuff to sort of do that, do you think?
Yeah, I think they're great. I think they sell really well.
So Zara's asking, Paresh, you have an amazing collection. For Amazon, how are the toys packed? What is the MOQ? What would be the lead time? So again, we just need to clarify that these are collectibles, so not children's toys. Yeah. Okay. So
most of them are collectible. They are each packed in a single piece box. You can see the quality of the boxes that we have.
So if those boxes, Paresh, if those boxes were dropped at a sort of certain height, the contents wouldn't sort of be damaged in any way, because Amazon have a drop test where, what is it, 1 meter? I think, Mark.
1 meter, yeah.
On a single piece?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mark, did you hear that?
Yeah, it's 1 meter. But I mean, look, people can a lot of people doing this would want to private label it anyway and design their own box, so they can even order a slightly more sturdy box, depending what's inside it. But I mean, those boxes, it's hard to tell how sturdy they are, but they might need a bit more packaging inside, perhaps, like, I don't know, Eva foam or something to, depending what the toy is, obviously, and probably some of yours aren't just loose packed anyway. They'd have some packaging around them inside.
We can take care of that. I mean, when we are told that how do you want it, we can definitely take care of that. We are doing everything inside, so not an issue.
Right.
Fantastic.
So, what about the MOQ and the lead time?
MOQ, for me, I'm ready to take an order for $2,000, all assorted. That's not an issue. But if what I've seen, it's mostly the freight part is reasonable if it is $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's what we agree on. Yeah, we definitely need people. It's no good ordering 100 because the shipping costs are going to kill you. You need to be ordering a little bit more volume. We've had a few people who are finding that the cost of the shipping far outweighs the cost of the product. So I think people need to stop and think about that, when they're doing an order and look at the actual freight costs, because it is horrific if you're only ordering 100. It's nearly as much as if you order 500, which you obviously understand.
With the range that we have, even if you select 5 items and just make 100 pieces each, it's $5,000.
Yeah, that's right. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's a good way of doing something like that, I reckon, because
they don't.
So there's an idea for you.
We have made a wind-up in Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
Charlie Chaplin. There you go.
Yeah, we have done that. One of our buyers in Spain had the license for it, and he asked us to make it exclusive for him, so we did that. So we have been doing many exclusive things.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
This is another product you can sell, Alan.
Very exclusive product. So let's also take a look at the catalog that you had sent over. I think it's very interesting. You had quite a few products over there, so let's just take a look at the products.
They can also, people, if you go to YouTube and you just search for Paresh tin toys, you will get many videos of our toys working. So you can, and you can also see practically what is the size of it, because we show our hand and you can just compare.
Right.
Sometimes one doesn't understand looking at the catalog what would be the size of it, even though the size is written on every page. Sometimes it's just ignored.
We get that
one. So YouTube has a lot of videos for our products.
Right. And so are all of these hand painted, or is some of the no, okay.
No, nothing is hand printed. It's a sheet which is offset printed. It's a very special process. It's called tin lithography. So they are all printed in a printing press, a big, huge, wonderful printing press, state of art. And then we cut the sheet, we stamp them, we form them, we pierce them. It goes through all the tooling stations, taking care that they don't get scratched, they don't get, there's no problem in them. And then they are hand assembled. So nothing is hand painted.
Okay.
We also, some of the buyers give us, it's an ongoing process. Buyers give us all the ideas. So one buyer from US, they approached us, we wanted it in stainless steel because they wanted it as a corporate gift. So we made it for them in stainless steel, as you can see. This one. Again, they were all made on order.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, can you show that again, Paresh? Can you show that again closer?
Oh, there's a pig.
Yeah, that's a pig.
It's Scooter Girl. There you go.
Scooter Girl.
They're all mechanical with the wind-up mechanism.
Yeah.
But in stainless steel.
Yeah.
What a great toy if you had a rather large motorbike shop or something as a gimmick. Wow.
One thing, many people get excited and they want to make their own new item or new own toy. But any toy that we develop, the tooling cost, the development cost ranges between about $10,000 to $15,000.
Yeah.
We did develop one for New Zealand also. This is a boat which still runs in New Zealand, south of New Zealand, I think, Onslow.
Oh, right.
And they came up to us to develop this, and this is a pop-up boat. It runs on a candle.
Oh.
Yeah, so we developed this about 6 years ago, and this development cost was about $12,000 at that time. So yeah, things can be developed if you have the budget for it. If you are looking for some quantity of the same, because ultimately you are bearing the cost.
Yeah.
So you have to work that out. But we can make sheet metal. We can make anything. If you have the idea, we are there to make it.
I think even the money boxes are great there, because they're not just a money box where you drop the money in. It's like a mechanism that takes the money away. Like, I think they're all really fantastic ideas.
I need one of them, Mark. So I don't spend all my money.
But I think, people don't really need to develop their own product, because you have such a wide variety.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes it is for their own some special project.
Yeah. Now these I remember these clickers. Yeah.
Clickers. The clickers. Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. The age-old thing. We sell them a lot.
What do these do?
Fantastic.
How
these
do
are
they
also
click?
clickers, but with a movement. I don't have a sample here, but they have a movement with it. Like in the belly dancer, when you click, the belly turns.
Yes, no, I remember having a beetle as a child. I think I had a beetle clicker.
Like in the cricket, the batsman moves his bat. In the couple that you see on the down, they kiss.
They're kissing. Whoa.
Yeah.
Aww. Isn't that sweet?
The beer girl was motivated from Germany, the Munich beer festival, and and when you click, she moves the cups up and down. In the family, they all hug each other.
Oh,
that's a carousel I showed you.
This is my favorite. I love this.
This is the biggest selling item till now. Yeah.
Is it?
Right.
The Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs carousel is an airport carousel with the airplanes.
Oh, the little biplane,
Yeah, biplanes.
Yeah, little biplane.
We sell the biplanes separately also. And they are big.
I remember these two. It's showing how old we are. I think I remember the Beetle clicker too. But who are you, Facebook user?
Who's hiding their age behind their Facebook user?
Either show us your face or give us your date of birth.
My daughter just passed me this. The beer girl clicker.
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Look at that. See?
That's cute.
Yeah.
They're great.
So then this is a seesaw.
Yeah. The packing chickens. The tap dancer. It really does the dance.
And they're good sized toys. Like a lot of those are like 10 inches high. So they're not little tiny.
Yeah, like this Robert Roma is about 8-9 inches. Yes.
Yeah.
It's 15 centimeters.
Oh, it's Jackie Lendon.
Jackie Lendon.
Jackie Lendon. Why can't we see your name? That's so strange. Facebook has been acting really weird, because we could see her name earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Clown drummer.
So that's a long, dandy joker. On the same lines, we made the Charlie Chaplin also. These are roly-polies for children. They are CE certified. They are CE. They are for children.
Oh, they're for children. Oh, right.
Yeah. So what kinds of toys do you have for children? Can you tell us? So one is this.
The kiwi is for children. This doll, this is for children. See, when we do round shapes, we can avoid the sharp edges. So we are trying to develop that range. So just avoiding the sharp edges. We are designing. That's what we have been doing for last full year. Designing. What can we make for children? Like this. Again, a wind up. We have lots of toys. We come in the end of this catalog. They are all CE.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is trumpet. It's also CE. All the round things.
So the trumpet, has it got a plastic end? Is that a plastic end that you blow into? Yeah. So that's a sort of novelty type of thing. Yeah.
It's a working trumpet.
Actually, wouldn't they be great at a kid's party as a different sort of a theme or a present to have instead of a old-fashioned blowout whistle? Kev, here's your golf set.
It looks a bit old. What's he? Yeah, it's gonna.
We have sold lots of trumpets and the clickers for matches, for football matches and the cricket matches. They buy the clickers and the trumpets.
Yeah. Well, Bill and Mary Kershaw saying, the memories.
Hello, Bill and Mary. How are you?
Hello, Bill and Mary.
What happens, we go to Nuremberg, we have been going there for the last 25 years, and sometimes we have a nice old person just staring at the toys, doing nothing, standing still, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he's standing still, just looking at them. And when you approach them, they say, oh, sorry, I'm not in this business, but I just can't move from it. So that's when you really love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Mark, on Amazon, I was thinking maybe these can be marketed as gifts for grandparents, right? Because that's a huge, there's a lot of search volume for those kinds of terms.
Yeah, and there is a collectibles area. I've had a look actually, and there is an actual, you can log on to collectibles as a search term. And there were quite a few different things in there. So I think it's something that people need to do, obviously, a bit of homework on. But I think these are just something that would be fantastic gifts for newborns and things like that, aren't given as toys, but as given, as a decoration in their, bedroom, on their dressing table or their chest of drawers or something, from the grandma, the money box or whatever. I think there's some great ideas here. And it's different. It's definitely not same. And you're not going to get copied from China with this one, are you?
No.
Yeah.
You're going to have something unique.
We take care that the toy is not being made in China only. And now we are developing new toys from scratch.
Yeah.
So when you design your own things.
Yeah. I think the ability if someone is listening now that is in this sort of business and has a development eye, well, hey, we've just brought the factory to your door, haven't we? You know what I mean? There's just so many ideas and so many channels that this can, it's an endless thing, but it's obviously it's got to suit someone that loves this or has a passion for this kind of thing too.
Yeah.
I think in another year we'll have a big range of CE products also. So the people who are into toys and they want all the certification, we'll be giving them a big range.
Right.
I can still hear in the background that something's wearing there, Paresh.
Yeah, is something still moving in the background, Paresh? One of the toys?
Yeah, sometimes just some toys starts working and.
I love that. Look at it.
That's a Melbourne tram. This was
Melbourne tram. Yeah. Wow, there you go.
They both are Melbourne tram. One is a city circle and one is the I don't remember the name.
Yeah, the city circle.
That's
the red one.
Yeah, we're about an hour from there, correct?
This was developed during the Asian Games that you had, Commonwealth Games.
Oh yeah, for the games, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was developed that year.
So someone is asking, what is the price range of these items?
They're small to big. We start from 50 cents and the maximum we go is $11.
Yeah, that's a great price. That's amazing.
Like this tram is $10. It's a big size. You can see the length of this 40.
Yeah, there's a lot of work gone into that too.
No, they're phenomenal prices. I thought they'd be a lot more expensive than that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No.
Just so different, no?
Yeah.
In today's, the way things are made today, it's just so different, isn't it? It's just so different. I think it's one of the best things we've sort of brought to life, isn't it, Megla?
I totally agree, Kevin. Yes.
These are the boats which run on a candle. They are basic steam engine.
Oh, right.
Do you remember playing with these? You put a candle in and they put it in the water and it just goes pop, 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 pop.
I do.
My mother had these, again,
we
are
have a
these
big
toys or are these still collectibles?
No. They are collectibles because one, they have candle, they have to be played under supervision, but they come. Some of our buyers sell them under educational toys or scientific toys, mostly scientific toys.
Yeah.
Because it has a steam engine.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, there's so many products over here. We could keep going, and we're going to send this catalog to everyone. I mean, it's already saved in the folder, guys. So definitely take a look at this catalog. And we are just
rush through our animal range. That's a range that is something we are very proud of.
Yeah, they're great. They're great for us.
I love this Titanic. Oh my god! Yeah.
Fresh. Does that one sink?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Oh, look at the train on the train track. Wow.
Oh, so this actually goes on the track, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
That's the one where you've seen the video going around the track, I think.
Yeah.
You noticed that, yes.
He's been watching the videos.
Zoo Express. Lucky Mouse.
Yeah, it doesn't fall off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Let's look at the animal range.
Yeah.
Oh, here, whistling sparrow.
This is a basic thing. This is a basic toy, which is like $1.2, and it has a whistle inside, so it makes a noise. I don't have the piece right here, man.
Okay. The grasshopper.
Yeah, it sticks and then it jumps.
Oh, look at the mouse.
Cute, very cute.
Jumping squirrel. The squirrel.
Yeah.
This jumping squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh, the duck.
So what you need is a crazy duck.
They all have different actions, absolutely different actions. And once you see the videos, you will really adore them.
He must be related to you, Mark. Jolly Bruno.
Yeah. Oh, the dog.
What does the dog do?
It moves. The head moves. It barks. The head moves in a way that it shows that it's drinking milk from the saucer, and it barks.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Magla, that's me when I don't come home from golf till late in the doghouse.
Crazy dog, Tommy Hoffer.
Awesome.
This bird, the singing bird, is the star item. You saw it in the video also. It chirps, it moves the neck, it flaps the wings, it flaps the tail.
Wow.
The mechanism is crazy.
You might have something like that.
I think I might have one up in the boxes. When I go looking, I've probably got a few more of these things.
Yeah, the boxes look fantastic. I love the boxes. Go back and have a look at the box there, Meg. The boxes look fantastic. Look at that. There's a lot of artwork.
My daughter is a designer. My son is a filmmaker. So the videos you saw, he has made them. The boxes and the graphics you see, my daughter has designed them.
Oh, wow. You've got a very talented family, Paresh.
See, we all are in it. All totally into it.
Yeah,
fantastic. That's awesome.
This is a walking pig. Yeah, happy pig. Yeah, it just moves around. Yeah.
Did you exhibit at the previous Delhi fair in October?
We did. We did.
Oh, we missed you. We were there. All of us were there.
We didn't sort of see you.
Oh, well, we know where I'm going to spend my next year at the Delhi fair. I'll be at this stall half my holiday.
The other thing for Resh, when we finally get back to India, I think a lot of people would love to come and see your factory.
Sure. Most welcome. We are 20 minutes away from the exhibition center.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Put that on the list, Megla.
Yeah.
How long's the next trip going to be? Another day.
Well, with all the factory visits now, I think we'd better have an extra week so far.
Extra week in Delhi and then a couple of extra weeks in different cities.
Right? So
I specialize in one more thing. I have taken each of my buyer who has come to Delhi to see Taj Mahal.
Well, we go to Taj Mahal, so we actually hire a full bus and all of us go together. So you should join us.
Yeah. you could actually come to our conference and show your toys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
We do a
the next one.
one-day conference before we attend the show, and we do invite some suppliers to showcase their products over there, and so definitely
That'll be an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So aren't they just beautiful? And is this a coin bank? All of them look fun, Romy is saying. Yeah.
No, this is not a coin bank. It's a balancing eagle.
Yeah.
You might have seen it in plastic some time ago. Most of the plastic toys, they were copied from the metal toys, and now we are copying them back into metal.
Reverse engineering.
Yeah. This
Walking
is you saw it on the video.
Yeah. Beautiful.
There's
Oh,
a
there
kangaroo.
you
There's
are.
a kangaroo.
Kangaroo. There's a kangaroo for all the Aussies.
Oh, look, and he's even got a Joey. Look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
he's got a baby in a pouch.
Does it hop?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, what good is a tin toy if it doesn't work?
Doesn't hop.
Got to do something.
Kangaroo has to hop, if nothing else.
Do you have Jack in the Box? Someone is asking.
No, we don't do that. No. We
Okay.
don't do much of robots. We don't do Jack in the Box. I mean, there's such a big thing. It's just if I like something, I do it. And there's so much to do. I can't do everything.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
these tops are
exactly.
CE.
Yeah.
All these tops are CE.
Oh, these tops are CE. Okay.
Yeah. All the tops, because of the round shape, they're all CE.
What's the price
The
range of
design-
these tops?
About 40 cents, 50 cents.
Oh, okay.
So you could do a set of those, yeah.
Yeah, a set would be good.
That's the humming top that you had, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you a new catalog because I think by mistake I sent you a catalog which was under working. So some pictures are missing.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can replace what you have uploaded. I'll send you a new one.
Okay, definitely. So let me just display your email address over here for people to contact you. So I think these are just such beautiful toys. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of inquiries from people in our group. And of course, you are inside of our Facebook group as well. So people can reach out to you over there. But guys, get in touch with Paresh. So this is the email address, chavlaparesh@hotmail.com, or his daughter, Tanushri Chavla, 1990 @gmail.com. Get in touch with them. And get yourself some unique products.
Yeah.
Something very
That was
unique.
That was fantastic for us.
Our brand name is Tin Treasures, which you can relate to the tin toys, Tin Treasures. And we're making a new website, tintreasures.in.
Tin Treasures, okay. Yeah, no, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fantastic, Paresh. I really enjoyed that. It was really good.
Thanks, Ryan.
Really
I
different.
think I've taken much more time than you anticipated.
Okay. We kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, I just hope that some people sort of open their imagination up a bit and they've got sort of a bit of entrepreneurial spirit to do something. It's that's the idea of all this stuff, isn't it?
Bill and Mary are looking for lead time there. I see a message.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lead time. Or do you have stock?
We have semi-finished stock, so depending on the items that you want, we could it could take 15 days, but like sometimes when something is not in stock and it has to go to printing and being made from scratch, it takes longer. So it depends on which item are we talking. But mostly we have semi-finished stock which we can do in 15 days.
Wow, that's great. That's a really good
Awesome.
turnaround time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Paresh, for your time and showing all of
Thank
these
you.
Yeah,
amazing
for sure.
products.
Thank you.
We hope to come and see the products in person and also visit your factory. See you hopefully soon.
For sure. Thank you
Thanks,
so much,
Paresh.
Paresh.
Thank you, Paresh.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so our next supplier, Ryan International, is not here. I've been following up and I can't seem to get in touch with him. So, but we're going to go ahead and show their catalog. It's a company that produces leather products, and they're based out of Kanpur. which is basically a city that produces a lot of leather products. So let's go through their catalog. I think they had really good products, and they've sent some information about their company as well. And so in case anyone's interested, you can definitely get in touch with them directly, even though they are not here. And maybe we'll try to get them on the show tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, this is a company that is based in the city of Kanpur, which is known as the leather city of India. And in fact, most of the suppliers in Kanpur actually do a lot of the equestrian products. I don't know if you remember, Marg and Kevin, one of the IST attendees at our previous trip, I can't remember her name now, she had actually flown to Kanpur after she landed in Delhi, right? Do you remember?
Yes, Alicia.
Alicia, yes, thank you. Yeah, Alicia had actually gone to Kanpur and she had sourced some equestrian kind of products there. But there are companies that do bags and other types of leather products from Kanpur as well. So yeah, I mean, this is quite an established company, and they have about 300 people that work for them indirectly and 150 people that work for them directly. So it is quite an established company. They were established in 1992, and they mostly do belts, bags, and they also do equestrian products. And now they've also they also do other products like diaries. And when I was talking to them, they were saying that they can do any types of leather products. So if you want to be creative and develop a new leather-based product, they are a really good company for that, because they do have a lot of design capabilities, in-house design capabilities. So I think that'd be good. So the other thing that they mentioned when I was talking to them was that it is a vertically integrated company. And so they also own the leather tannery. And that is a huge advantage when you're in leather and you're doing leather products, because you really control the raw material, and the cost of the raw material is really controlled. So that is a huge advantage. And so yeah, I mean, they say here we have our own tannery, and almost all our requirements of leather are accomplished from our own tannery. We don't have to rely on suppliers for leather requirement, thus outfoxing. Outfoxing.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Our rivals by giving us competitive edge over competitors through having exclusive leather and offering timely deliveries. We have accumulated a truly impressive amount of experience throughout the years of very hard work. We have reinforced our profession and have made it known as a reliable and efficient enterprise. On approval of samples, we move to production. We have the capacity to handle both large and small scale production runs. Presently, we have a production capacity of around 5,000 bags and 10,000 small leather accessories per month. So that's
quite a big that's a big sort of factory, isn't it? Sort of, big-ish. Yeah.
Exactly. But when I was talking to them, they said that they're very flexible in terms of working with smaller companies, and they can do smaller MOQs as well. So, I thought that quite a few people in our group were asking for leather products previously.
Well, the quality of their leather looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
When you look at some leather stuff and you sort of, I don't know, it's leather. I don't know. Some leathers have got a different look about them. Mm-hmm. And, you can sort of tell, when you look at some, and that soft leather feel, you sort of, it has the look of that sort of super soft leather feel. I remember when I worked in Germany many, many, many years ago, the quality of leather there, if you bought a leather coat or something, was top class. I don't know where they sourced it from or whatever, but I'm sure it probably come from, the best parts of India or whatever the leather market was in them days. But when you touched that leather, you to me, was always a look, but when you touched it, it felt soft. Mm. And it smelled, it smelled like leather, like Jaguar car seats.
Yeah. So they say here, our collection is a fusion of technology and craft skills, which stands out because of their marked personality and strong handmade flavor. The collection includes handbags, briefcases, purses, portfolios for both men and women, and other accessories, leaving the natural beauty of live materials is the real strength of the collection. So, yeah. And our fabrications are programmed to offer our clients the best designs and the best quality workmanship. We're able to work with many different materials, animal skins and hides, as buffalo, calf, goat, Napa, and others.
Wow.
So I think Napa leather is pretty popular, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not very familiar with all the different types of leathers, but yeah, Napa leather.
They look quite unique in those photos too. They're not like just run-of-the-mill type bags. They look really different.
What is Napa hides? What's the Napa hide?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it
is. No?
Yeah. But
I mean, it might be just another name that they've used for something that we know, but I sort of haven't heard of that sort of expression in that phrase. Yeah.
I really think that this company is very design oriented, very design focused. So they do have an in-house range, and if you do have your own product that you want to develop, this company will be very good for that as well. So our company is at your beck and call. They're certainly not at my beck and call because they didn't show up.
He's probably got lost in the traffic or something.
Probably, yeah. Or it's pretty early in India, and maybe they're
He's still asleep. He's still asleep. Do you think? He's sleeping while we're working, Megla.
We're working for them.
And we're working. Yeah, we're promoting their company. Yeah.
Yeah. So I also want to show their catalog. So they had sent over their catalog apart from the. Let me just open up the catalog real quick. So what kind of demand do you think there is for leather items on Amazon, Margaret?
Yeah, there is quite a lot. I think the only thing maybe like handbags and that it might be hard to just pick one design and sell a lot of them. I think like wallets and belts and things like that would probably be an easier sort of niche. I think, handbags can be a little bit personal and you want to have a look inside, and that would sort of worry me a little bit that people might, not be really, even though it's beautiful, it's not exactly what they wanted at the time. Whereas if you're doing a belt or a wallet or something, I think they're a lot smaller, but to do handbags and just do one color and one bag would be very hard. And then the cost factor of having, 10 different designs would be very expensive. So that's something I haven't really looked at leather handbags that much on Amazon, but I think, you'd have to have more than one style, which might work out a little bit costly.
Definitely. I don't know if you remember Aaron Hughes from our group.
Yeah.
So he does leather wallets, and he openly talks about it, and he talks about his brand, and he's quite successful. I mean, already doing 7 figures on Amazon just on his leather wallets, and the brand is called Rawhide, and all of them are made in India. The wallets that he produces, and he competes with cheaper ones from China, and he's doing quite well, I think.
But there's credit card wallets, and there's key, holders. There's lots of other things other than just a wallet, coin purses. There are quite a lot of things you could do, but I think to go into like a backpack or a handbag might be a little bit too hard to do because of the the volume that you'd need to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's where if you've got a certain amount of dollars to approach any factory with any product, if you can get 4 or 5 products for a certain amount of money that you want to commit, then you've got your chances are then 5 times rather than just one.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm sure you can't have 5 failures, but you could have 1 failure.
Yeah,
I'm sure everyone has one failure.
Yeah, but it also, if you get the small, if you can sort of do a $5,000 or $10,000 order, I mean, you can get sort of hundreds of, say, 5 times. Then it gives you a chance. It gives you a fighting chance, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with these kinds of products that are, handmade, you can get smaller quantities. So you could probably test, you could have 10 pieces of one design and 10 of another, and you could do sort of a mixed order. I think that's a big advantage as well. So these are the types of bags that they have: business bags, backpack, travel duffel, crossbody, sling bag, ladies bag, lap suit bag. What's a lap suit bag? Okay, let's take a look. So these are business bags.
Oh yeah, sort of. Yeah,
they look pretty cool, don't
they?
Yeah. So the leather that they're using here is called Buff Crazy Horse.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's different.
That's
different. It's different, isn't it? It's like it's been painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says lining cotton drill, color mud brown.
Yeah, right.
very interesting finish. Ooh, that's nice. So buff, crunch, and calf NDM, color tan, cotton lining
So
cotton
that'd
drill.
be good for a laptop, wouldn't it? I mean, it's a good
Yeah,
carry
well,
bag
that's what
and
it looks like,
a handbag, you know, like to carry your laptop through the airport or, you know, sort of
Yeah, it's
business.
very smart looking.
Very smart, yeah.
So this
I
is
like it,
like
yeah.
a different look.
That's like a sort of saddle bag, isn't it? Type design.
Yeah. Buff crunch.
Yeah, I like that. That's a bag that is sort of like a weekender type or overnight sort of bag, isn't it?
Yeah, it has a very masculine kind of look to it.
Yeah, it's a very manually.
Yeah, that'd be something I'd sort of go for.
Yeah. Buff crunch, color tan. So color dark brown.
See, a lot of guys have bags now, don't they? A lot.
Yeah.
You see, you know, especially in European guys, you see, they all sort of have a sort of man bag. I mean, I know we do when we sort of travel overseas. I mean, I make sure because that's a good way of sort of carrying stuff. But in Australia, I sort of wouldn't sort of too much. But I know some guys do. Sorry, what's that, Mo?
Yeah, but I end up carrying everything, Kev. Can you take my sunnies? Can you take my phone? So I think you need one. You got the keys in your bag.
But for laptops, I mean, wouldn't you carry a laptop bag, Kevin?
Yeah, of course not. Of course I would. But
you
know, like if I'm taking a laptop, of course, yeah. But you know, like.
Okay, so let's take a look at their backpack. So this is very different.
Different,
kind of
yeah.
Oh, that's an actual backpack.
That is a backpack, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The top rolls over.
That's different. Definitely different.
That is different.
See, a lot of guys would rather have a backpack than like a sort of a carry. I don't mind having a backpack.
Yeah.
You know, if I was commuting to work every day on a train, a backpack I would rather have than a carry sort of item.
Yeah, so that's quite nice too.
Yeah, that looks smart. Yeah, and it's a carry bag. Yeah,
can be either.
So this has a briefcase kind of look to it, or I don't know.
No, I think that's like a lady's sort of more over a shoulder, is it? And it turns each way.
So, yeah.
You can use it as a pouch, as like a handbag as well, or a shoulder bag.
It's got a lot of pouches for your phone and stuff.
Yeah, this is a nice one. This is a lady's.
They're really different, aren't they? They're really, really different. They're not just the run-of-the-mill leather.
Yeah, that's a lady's sort of backpack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or a guy's. That one could be.
Or a guy's. Yeah, it's kind of unisex.
Oh, okay.
You don't agree, Kev?
Kev likes this one.
Yeah, Kev likes this one.
That's I like that one.
It's military looking, right? Isn't it sort of the military print?
Yeah, but it's like rugged. It's got a rugged look, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're saying you're rugged, Kev.
Yeah, it's like you know when you sort of let your beard grow for a couple of days. It's got that sort of look about it.
Ooh, that's orange. Very orange.
It's very bright. Yeah.
A bit
matches the OFX orange.
Yeah, well, it says it's tan, so yeah, it might be just the colour of the shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, see, that's different, isn't it? So they're really different. Really striking.
Yeah, I like how they combine different colours.
Yeah,
and even
the cotton. The cotton
even
with
on
the leather.
straps. Yeah, even on the straps over here, they've got the orange lining. I think that looks pretty good.
They all look pretty good, very good quality anyway.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
Travel duffel. So this is something that you would carry, Kevin, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
A weekender.
That's definitely if I ever get a weekend away.
You're the only one getting weekends and doing stuff, you know? You're the one stuck.
That's yeah.
That's again the same.
That's cool.
French. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
yeah,
Yeah. Crazy horse. Canvas. So this has canvas, bluish gray cotton. Okay, so this is canvas and then it's got leather straps. I think that's a really good combination, canvas and leather. So
yeah,
canvas is a very sturdy material and it's really good for bags and backpacks. So the India sourcing trip bags are made from canvas and they are so durable and
yeah,
really strong,
yeah,
can hold a
yeah.
lot.
The canvas is super strong, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice green.
Yeah.
And this is so canvas OG cotton. Okay, so this is also canvas and then it's got some leather accessories.
Yeah, the straps, obviously.
The straps, yeah.
Oh, that's on a
See,
wheel.
these are good now for, like we do a lot of traveling through the airport because you
Yeah.
can, with the wheels, I mean, it's fantastic sort of idea. And if someone is in that sort of luggage, I mean, we know a few people that are in that luggage, selling luggage online, and it's a great area. But at the moment, because no one's been going away, I'm not sure you'd be selling too much. But that's going to open up again, isn't it? So, it'll all sort of start again. So,
Yeah, and then there's going to be pent up demand, right? Because people are
absolutely.
itching to travel. I mean, it's going to be so crowded at
I think
airports.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, to have that sort of thing going through the airports, I like it because it's easy. You sort of push it through the little walkways and you can put it on the walking, well, they call it the escalator, the sort of walking. So if you're in a hurry from terminal to terminal, it's great.
Yeah. So crossbody sling bag. So this is something that you wouldn't carry, Kevin, right?
Yeah, well, that's to me. I'd put my laptop in there.
Yeah, that'd be
all
okay
right.
for a laptop. That'd be a good laptop bag.
I wouldn't say I want to leave home every day without it, but
It's more like a man purse, isn't it?
it's that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I see more guys carrying bags nowadays, and
Yeah.
it's because they want to keep their phones and their sunglasses and wallets,
Yeah.
lots of headphones.
So I'd have something like that if I'm overseas, because overseas I want to keep everything securely in sort of one place. Because obviously you might have a passport with you, but normally, yeah.
Yeah. So guys watching, quite a few people watching, but there are no comments here. Tell us what you think about these bags. I mean, do you think, have you ever considered selling bags
Leather
goods or wallets or bags or any of these products? Have you ever considered selling them on Amazon? Type in the comments and let us know.
There's so many things that get made from leather, isn't there?
Some of these are really nice, though. I think they're different. Like I couldn't say you can walk into a store and just pick any of these up. They're not like just common type styles. They're different.
No, definitely not. Yeah. What's their brand name, Megla?
Ryan International. The company is Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan.
So that's their actual brand name for the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the ladies' bags now. Ooh.
There you go. I might as well go home now. Eh?
Wine red. What kind of bags do you carry?
That's nice.
Do you like leather or do you like?
Yeah, no, I like leather. Yeah, I've got a cupboard full of leather bags.
That's nice and smart.
Yeah, no.
Mark's the handbag queen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've got a few.
Calf Napa leather.
So that's that Napa. Yeah, Napa leather must be a certain type of leather. We need to learn. Hang on.
We need to learn. I know that it's supposed to be very soft leather. So let's see. Somebody says, I considered it, but I feel it's more competitive niche.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. It is competitive. But at the same time, I think there is room to differentiate. I mean, if Aaron can sell wallets, wallets is super competitive, but I think there's always room to differentiate and do something different. And, maybe it won't be your $1 million product, but you'll be earning.
Well, it also depends on your marketplace too. I mean, some people, not everyone sells on, Amazon.com. I mean, there's a lot of marketplaces around the world that, you sort of go into your marketplace and expressly sort of, selling a branded sort of, to suit that marketplace. Maybe the world has sort of gone to the stage now where, you can easily sell these things in local marketplaces,
So Kevin and Margaret, what is your suggestion? So Facebook user, what do you mean in regards to what? Can you clarify? Okay. Tell us your name as well. Oh, this is Prabhu. I just went to look on the Facebook group. So Prabhu is asking Kevin and Marg, what is your suggestion? And Prabhu also said, I considered it, but I feel it's more competitive. So I guess he's asking for your suggestion. And what do you think?
Well, it's like anything. You gotta do research and sort of keyword viability research, and but like you said, Magla, differentiation can maybe get you an in the marketplace. It doesn't, as you say, have to be the winning sort of gold medal run on Amazon.com, does it?
Exactly.
If you're building a brand.
Okay, I've just Googled Napa leather, and it says Napa leather is, it can be lamb, kid, or sheep skin. So it's typically a full grain leather, and it's used a lot in car seats as well because it's breathable. So there's a brief thing of the internet of what it is. So it's not one particular type of leather, it's a general, broad and somewhat ambiguous term referring to soft, smooth, and often full grain leather made from animal hide. Okay. There's our learn for today.
We're always learning things on VISS, aren't we?
We are, yeah, we are.
Right. So, I also think, Prabhu, if you can try to search for long tail keywords and, try to see what kinds of other keywords there are apart from the typical leather bags and, the really competitive ones. There should be some other keywords that you could target that, we're not aware of. So somebody was looking for leather diaries, for example. So, leather planners, leather diaries. Look for different unique products, not run-of-the-mill bags and backpacks and wallets.
Yeah, you could even have like an iPad case made out of leather if you're a person who takes an iPad everywhere with you. I mean, there's lots of different things that, and I mean, I think some people think that they've got to sell, hundreds of thousands of every product, but it's not that case on Amazon. You can have a range of leather products and sell a smaller volume of each one and still make some, reasonable money out of it if it's all, but it's back to how much these cost, how much you can sell them for on Amazon. I mean, there's a lot of research to be done with every product we show. We're not saying when we show something, this is a winner. I think everyone needs to go back and do their research. We're just putting products in front of people and they need to look at, the cost factors and the Amazon costs and everything else to see if every one of these products is viable. Can you get enough money?
If people are watching today and they already have a brand that relates to Ryan International or any of the people that we show on VISS ever, that's the thing, to match up the sort of brand with what's being sort of shown, and even the story of the Tamul Plates today. If someone can match that up with what they sell, even if it's commercial business that sells to McDonald's plates or, some great big outlet, to have that sort of story that, they're actually, it's benefiting the world, it's benefiting, it's people socially, and it's inspiring, isn't it, to companies, it's inspiring to people. So that's my sort of take.
Yeah, I know Aaron, on his listing and on his, the A+ content that he has, he talks about his story and how the products are manufactured in India, who are the artisans that create those products. So he's definitely brought out that story in his list. Yeah. So Bill and Mary, they're saying, I like the idea of leather goods. It's a timeless, durable material. You've got me thinking.
Lovely. I'm glad we got someone thinking today.
Oh, that's a nice red.
Yeah, so there's some nice, there's a lot of really unique bags here.
And I think you could also maybe get some embroidery done. I don't know if this is embroidered or, what this pattern is over here. I can't tell, but
I think it might be leather, other leather, strips of leather, I think. I think it's leather on leather.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's got studs. It's got studs.
It's got studs. Well. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very nice.
Yeah. That looks well made, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I think these are beautifully made products.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, these are their best products. I mean, these are, the samples that they're showcasing. So it doesn't necessarily mean all of their products are going to be this good, but it does mean that they have the capability of manufacturing really high quality products. Yeah. But you still need to do your due diligence and, make sure that you're on top of quality when you're placing orders. Okay, let's keep going over here and then we'll start wrapping up. So.
Oh, there's the
there you go. That's sort of for the businessman. That's a great sort of if you're going to a conference and you're sort of flying in the morning and you needed a suit for the evening instead of I mean, I've done that sort of business wise a lot of times, and when you get there, you've got to get the iron or get your suit or your jacket pressed because it's been crunched. That looks like, you sort of, if you had a suit, you could actually hang it up. Yeah. Or if you're going to a wedding, and you wanted the suit and you had to fly interstate to go to a wedding and you wanted your suit to be, pristine when you got off the plane or for the evening or whatever, Great idea.
Yeah.
A fanny pack.
Yeah, they're just, well, look at those. They look like they're good leather too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like good leather. So this is Carved MDM. Ooh, that's nice. That's a different color.
Yeah, it's like pale brushed bluish grey. Oh, it looks like it's canvas.
Oh,
it's a canvas with leather, isn't it?
With leather trim. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wallets.
There you go, wallets, and all the types of stuff.
They look nice too.
So this is goat nappa.
Yeah, look at that leather. Yeah, it's patterned. It's not just plain.
Let's say it again. I mean, if someone had sort of 4 or 5 of those items, and they sort of had a nice brand name to go with the leather and that sort of story, and not just one product, but sort of set it up right from the word go, and had a wallet. Had a fanny pack, had a thing for an iPad, and sort of 4 or 5 different lines. I think if they started out on Amazon with 4 or 5 different items, it's better than starting with one. Wouldn't you think? It looks more sort of like you're getting serious.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to do it seriously, it's a good way to start because they're going to cross-sell because people might then buy the wallet to match the, the other thing. So, it's another way of selling, more than one item. But, look, but, it's just do your research and see. But, too, they look nice. They've got like a checkered sort of a leather.
Yeah, like that, Well, you're always going to have competition. It doesn't matter if you open a McDonald's at the end of the street. You're always going to have competition from all the other McDonald's. I mean, you got to learn how to,
Same everywhere.
Yeah, you've got to live with the competition. You've got to learn how to beat the competition, not necessarily beat them either. That's like 2 colours. There was a brown and a light brown, or a black and a brown. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a laptop, isn't it? Laptop. Is that for a laptop?
No, I reckon it might be
an iPad. It's more for an iPad, is it? Or
what do you call those? They've got a name. Those
portfolio.
Folders. Yeah, portfolio.
That's it. Portfolio. That's it.
But these could also be an iPad holder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. A little tray for your keys. So in a bachelor house on the bench, so that'd be quite
And I'd throw my keys in and smash my glass on my phone.
Yeah, but it's better than having a crystal bowl or something on your bench.
Oh, there you go.
great show
Happy
today.
Thanksgiving, Brenda. Brenda's from Georgia. Look.
Yes, and I think it'll be getting very late for her.
Yeah, very late for you, Brenda.
Here.
Thanks for joining us today.
So I hope, giving up her Thanksgiving day to.
I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
And that turkey leg, Kev, you'd like him to send over.
Wow, yeah.
And these are toilet bags.
Yeah.
See, they're quite nice too. They're nice, like those.
And you could actually do a set, right? So you could have a toiletry bag and then maybe a wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. That'd be a great sort of bundle for a gift.
Yeah, there's quite a few different. Yeah. Oh, and these are more casual sort of wallets, I'd say.
Or card holders. Bryson's getting impatient. We're almost done, Bryson.
Bryson's eaten all his treats. He came into me because Kevin has obviously run out of treats. He came into me and he's eaten all mine.
Okay, awesome. So there we have it. Let's just quickly show their email address in case anyone's interested. So ryanbagsinternational@gmail.com. That's the email address. The person's name is Rehan, Rehan, and they've also joined the group, so you can definitely contact them there as well.
And we'll try and get him another day when we can catch him.
Yes.
He was with us. Was he with us yesterday? Quickly.
Yes, he was.
And I thought that guy's going to sell a lot of bags because he's sort of quite a good-looking guy, yeah. And I thought, hey, when he's there, he's going to sell a lot of bags. Exactly.
Yeah, I think
tomorrow.
Sorry?
Yeah.
He might have got confused. He might turn up tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he might have thought that because he did send me these catalogs last night, and it was pretty late at night when he sent them to me. But so maybe he got confused and thought his slot was tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Ren, you can come and join us tomorrow and sort of tell us your life story.
Okay, cool. So I think that's the end of the show today. Is there anything else that you wanted to share, Marg and Kevin?
Well, I suppose it's how many hours to Black Friday starting? It's 3:54, so it's 3 hours countdown, I think, until Black Friday. So let's hope that Amazon can handle the pace and just keeps going all night really well.
Yes, absolutely.
And Amazon doesn't. Let's hope Amazon doesn't get broken.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, Megan, what did you say?
No, I was just saying, is Amazon back up now? Because my sales, I could see my sales.
Not 100% sure. Thanks, Bill and Mary. Thank you for joining us.
Actually, it's looking a bit more like it's sort of up to date, I think, as in sales. I don't know about advertising.
Or the data. Couldn't get any data.
Couldn't get any data from the PPC.
All the data is sort of lagging behind.
Hey.
Thanks, everyone.
Bryson was just agreeing with us that the data. He's just having to go, Jeff.
So this is Maureen. Thank you, Maureen, for joining us.
Hello, Maureen. Thank you.
So Gail is saying, would have been nice to have known MOQs for Ryan bags. Yes, Gail. I don't think he told us the MOQs, but I asked him if he would do smaller MOQs, and he said yes, he's open to that. So I think it would be in the hundreds or even less.
Well, Gail, once again, if you actually get in touch with them, they are very flexible. I'm just
going to display their email address once more over here. So
they don't expect you to go in and get 5,000s. I mean, you could.
Robin had a sale in the last hour.
Yay!
Flexible.
Congratulations!
Hey, Robin! Congratulations after all that time. Wow.
No, she's been doing well. She's killing it, Rob. She's doing really well with her product.
That's not her first sale, then, Mark. No.
Oh hell no! She's had she's doing really well. No.
And is her products from India, right?
Yes, her products from India. Yes, and no, she's kicking a lot of good sales
more
going on there.
More and more of the kicking goals.
But there is still a sale. There is still a sales lag with Amazon because their data is not correct. Their totals aren't correct with what I've sold, so they still got issues. So pray for midnight, hey, and that they can get it right, and people are going to know what they're selling.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. You're welcome. Who said that? Oh, Maureen said, hi, everyone. You're welcome.
Thanks, Maureen.
Yeah, Robin's in double digits.
Hey, well done.
I think quite high double digits too. I think she's doing really well. I was talking to her yesterday. So yeah,
wow,
fantastic.
so that's good.
that is awesome.
Well, it's nice. It's nice to know that you've done, because there's some other people that you know too, Megla, that
Yeah, there's a lot of products, a lot of people going live at the moment. So there's a lot of people just starting to get some sales. So it's been really exciting because they all usually tell me I want to know when they all get a sale. So they usually message me. So it's good.
Yeah, and you've been coaching so many of them, right, Mark? So it must feel nice.
So they come back and say, oh, I've had a sale. And yes, I know. So it's good. Actually, Bill and Mary, if you're still there, send me a message. How are you going? I haven't heard on your sales for a while. So interested to hear how you're going. So yeah, but no, it's good to see a lot of people are actually, products are going in and getting live. So, and it's a pretty hard time because Amazon's been a bit iffy over the last week or two. So to go live and get some good sales is pretty awesome at this time. So
and it's a lot. It doesn't matter who it is. It's a heck of a journey to actually say go to India and source, and then you get that product. Then you make that product come alive. Then you put that product in a packaging, and then you put it on a ship and send it. It's there's a lot of cogs in the wheel to actually get it into the US, get it into Amazon, get it live, and make that first sale. It's whoopee, it's an achievement in itself.
But I think people who came with us on the trip, a lot of people are now, launching products now and doing it with more confidence. I mean, that's what I feel. I mean, compared to somebody who's not been to India. So,
I think COVID got in the way, and it sort of dampened a lot of people's sort of spirit for a while.
Yeah, and it's slowed things down.
People didn't know whether to, hey. Did we know that we're going to sort of have any money, or we're going to make any sales to make some money, or we're going to do this, going to do that? And so a lot of people were sort of on the sidelines, and they just must have said, "I'm going to wait for a few months," and so everything sort of slowed down accordingly. But and we know factories now that are coming back to us, and they're full steam ahead again. Everything's just positive plus.
Yeah.
And so, and we got to give a shout out to the Ori family. Their daughter got married, and they had a huge big wedding in Goa, and we couldn't go to Goa.
Although it was a small wedding, Ayush said it was a very
a small wedding.
Oh, I hate to see a big one. I hate to see a big one.
So, congratulations.
And they sent us some pictures, and they look fantastic in the dress and stuff. So congratulations to the Ori family.
Yes, I know. And I think if people can actually get through this time, like this is probably the hardest 12 months on Amazon ever, because we've gone from not being able to get stock in to having no sales, to then sales going through the roof, then Amazon putting restrictions on everyone trying to get products in, storage limits. I mean, if anything else can happen, do you know what I mean? It's been really difficult. So, if
let's hope not, fingers crossed, man.
And sell products at the moment, I think next year might be a bit of a breeze for people, because, well, let's pray that everything goes fine with, COVID and everything else. But I mean, there's been so many things thrown at people, like people had ordered, 500 and now find they can only put in 200. And, it's just all these extra things that have come along. And then, Amazon sort of fell over yesterday, and it upsets everyone. And, you can't even see what, your PPC spend is, what keywords you're selling on. It's very hard to, to make a decision. So I think it's, if you can get going now, you're good. So Bill and Mary, great, 6 or 8 sales, yay!
Yay! Fantastic.
Very good.
Awesome.
Very pleased to hear.
You'll be the Amazon goddess, and what do you call it? What do you call a man god? Like in Cairns, in Cairns where they live, they'll be the go-to people in Cairns.
So, Megla, all your children from the trip are starting to get sales. That's fantastic.
Yay,
You should be so proud.
Yeah, so happy to see that. Wow, it's great.
Yeah, that's great.
I just have one request from Bill and Mary and Prabhu. By mistake, you've clicked on the angry emoji, and it's not a big deal, but the Facebook algorithm doesn't like that. And if it sees people, getting angry on a specific post, it won't show it to more people. So if you could just click it again.
Bill and Mary, I hope I didn't upset you.
What did you do, Kevin?
It was just, they're angry with me, Megla, not you. They're angry with me.
Yeah. So if you can just maybe click on, the like button, it'll change to like from the angry emoji. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just, Facebook won't like it.
Mistake.
That's okay. I know it happens. It happens a lot. But I've noticed, don't want to give it the kiss of death. Yeah, that's what I've noticed happens when there are a lot of angry emojis, because, Facebook knows that, this is not a good post. It makes people angry. Let's not show it to more people.
Wow. Isn't it funny that we're sort of controlled by things like that in our life, and all it is like a plus or a minus or a whatever.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's wrap it up over here, guys.
Okay.
And just as a reminder, please sign up for OFX. Get an account before December 11 to lock in the preferential exchange rate margins. And overall, you won't be saving thousands of dollars, but every penny counts, as I mentioned earlier. And you would probably be saving, I don't know, tens or maybe a few hundreds over the course of a few months. But if they're offering us a special discount, why not take advantage of it? And you don't have to do a transfer now or even a few months from now. It's basically just locked in and tied into your account. So whether you want to use it now or you don't want to use it, doesn't really matter. Just sign up, and it's the discount is waiting for you whenever you're ready to use it.
And contact Jay, because he will spell everything out for you. And he speaks so well, and he sort of knows the numbers, and I'm sure whatever reason or questions you have, he will answer your questions. No doubt about that.
Yeah, and I think
absolutely.
the account is like a one-stop shop, because we still, like people are paying for samples in PayPal and all sorts of things, and that is so expensive. The difference between using like an OFX payment and a PayPal or your credit card is just probably nearly double. The fees that you get slugged with all these things are crazy.
We've had threads that go on forever and a day that people, can I pay by PayPal? Can I pay for my samples in India? Look, it's best in China or anywhere. I know people in China want to pay local money. To me, what are you doing that for? To try and save, a few dollars, maybe. I don't know. But in India, a USD, at least your supplier gets a tax benefit from that. And all exporters are tied in to that way, aren't they, Mark?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing at the moment is not so much paying for your goods, because you really need to be using one of these services, but it's doing the samples at the start that I think people are finding very costly, because if you're paying $200 or something for your samples and your shipping and all that of your samples, and you've got to pay for it on PayPal or on a credit card or something, it's so difficult, because it's hard to get the money transfer cleared and that. Whereas if you've got this account open, because you can do such a small transaction, it's so simple to pay for those things. Anything like that. So I think it's the benefit is long term is great, because as you've seen between using an Australian bank, and it's probably the same with an American bank or a Singapore bank, those fees that you pay the home banks are so much more expensive. But people don't see that. They just think, my bank's cheaper because he's got no fee. But you've got to look at the exchange rate that you're paying. And that's the trick to it, not so much the fees that can be outweighed in 1 second with your exchange rate.
Exactly. Yeah. And another advantage of OFX is, of course, that they have $0 OFX fees when paying overseas suppliers. So, some of the other payment service providers do have fees for this.
$30 or something. Yeah.
And I also see that the 3-month thing is going to change from January.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, so that'll make a difference to people too. Instead of having to shift, you guys shift your money after 3 months. Whereas for us, we like to leave ours and let it sort of roll.
If you're building up, for Christmas to do a big order or during the year, I don't bring my money back and pay exchange rates on it, and unless the dollar did a great big, in my favour. So I think it's a good idea to be able to leave your money there and build up to pay for your, bigger orders, come, May, June, whenever you're doing it. So Bill and Mary, I think they're great too.
Bill and Mary, fantastic,
So I think that was one complaint that people had previously, especially in Australia. So this rule was only for people in Australia, where they could only hold funds. But it wasn't for other countries. But it's really good that they are changing that now. And then the other thing that I think is really good about OFX is that they do have somebody you can talk to. So you will get a customer service.
How many do you go to and you look on their website and where's the phone? How do I talk to someone?
You can't.
There's just no one there. There's no one home.
I've personally faced that issue. Tricia knows that. So, but with OFX, at least you have somebody who you can talk to.
And I think that helps.
Exactly. So, this is the landing page. In case you can't go to the landing page from the Facebook post, just type it in your browser. It's ofx.com/VISS and sign up. Signing up is absolutely free.
Awesome.
Okay,
great show, Megla.
So,
you did really well today. except for me interrupting you a couple of times, but
is that a hint, Kevin? Are you telling me?
No. I was like, like when you're a racehorse and you're ready to jump out the gate.
And we've got a great show tomorrow as well. I think some of the companies that we have. So we've got a videographer coming in. I'm really excited about her. She was the one who actually did all of the photography and videography for India sourcing trip. And now she's doing e-commerce videography as well. So I'm really excited about that. And then we've got this supplier from Kashmir, which is a super special state in India. I'm from Kashmir, and they do really good hand-painted paper mache products. Then we've got, what else? A fabric supplier that does craft-based fabrics.
Yeah, craft and weave. And then we've got the carpet that got really sort of good sort of stuff.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. Carpets and rugs.
But once again, we got all the people. It's fantastic people that we sort of try and bring you each week. I know someone said the last show they had a bit of difficulty understanding but it changes from state to state, and it changes from. Look at today, everybody, and even Arindam from the northeast. I could understand it no problem at all. It's but obviously from different states and different regions, there is a little bit of an exception because sometimes they might speak Hindu, or it's local, and they don't have that much interaction with, like in Delhi where, English and Hindu is used every day. That mightn't be the case in some of the regions, is it, Megla?
Yeah, that's right. And each state has a different language. So each language has a different tone to it. And so that tone, those sounds do come into their accent when they're speaking English. So okay, great. So thanks everyone for joining us, for sticking around until the end of the show. And we will see you tomorrow at the same time.
And to all our American friends, I hope you never ate too much turkey and pecan pie.
And Kev's jealous because he loves turkey legs.
Oh, yeah. Drooling.
Okay, good sales
See you
night,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.